All right, so we're starting the class today, and we'll try to starting to using the Sage. So so if you go to the lab section here and you move all the way down, you will find out the Sage information here. So the Sage is a software not for the quantity takeoff. For the quantity takeoff, basically you're getting the volume, the area, the foot length. You can do the manually as well, right? Then after you're getting all those quantity, first you think about whether you're using unicast or using assembly, right? If you decide to use an assembly, your company or other unicast, your company may have your own database, right? So, but for our learning purpose, we do not have our database for the for this department or the university, right? But we can using some standard version stuff like the Sage RS means database. So this class do not require a textbook, but you may already have a textbook called RS means student version 2022, right? So that is assembly concept database. Later on you will see couple of the slides in pages of the book in our slides as well. But anyway, the Sage is a software right now. The company of the Sage own the RS means. So usually RS means can be free to access and we can load in the full version of the database into the Sage. But right now we only have a trial version. So if you already log into the computer and you can go to the searching bar here and type in Sage. Okay. In the searching bar here, type in the Sage. So you need to follow me to do the configuration first. Okay, once you get in the Sage and click this one, so they have a lot of things called Sage, right? You have Sage estimating 223.1. You have the management console. You have the database edit, and you also have the configuration variable, right? We're not using those. We just simply click the Sage estimating. That means someone using the computer before and was not able to getting an image to it. So if you cannot using the computer, here with the Sage, you can same as me, go to the Agis Anywhere and log in this virtual one, okay? So where? Agis Anywhere, yes. Agis Anywhere. So if you click that one, it should be pump up a window asking you to type in the database information to configure it. So I already did it, so it won't pump in. It's directly acquiring the license. But the first time you type, you open it, will show up a window, right? And then you need to in the license page, you need to you need to put in the license server, the name. You can copy and paste over there. And for the data server, which is the next one, you can copy that one to paste it. Say again. It doesn't work. Why it's working for me? That's interesting. Sage. Oh, it's maybe an issue because that happened before. The load to NC cat edu, they did not do it with the Agassi. Mm-hmm. That looks okay. I'm gonna change that one. No, I'll keep that one. Remove the look only. remove everything and come again. Basically. So the lessons you get by database, you guys can change your life. So so I know that so here I think no. So you cannot get access to it because they did not configure the database for you. For the license, you can do click the license and the specific Roma servers, yes, and copy this one over there.
This is the,
This computer does not have it. So you need to using the virtual one. So
this is the original.
it's a virtual one?
This is exactly.
Type in the same NASA, which virtual room you are. Can you help from here? Without distant anyway, we have cost.
So what do I do right now?
So, yeah, you could try to see if that works for you. You know, some works. So yeah, please okay. And then copy that one. And go to the page. And then change. Yeah, and then right that. So it's a domain show. So just give it. We probably can do it next class. Okay. So I'm not sure, but okay. Anyway, so I can do a video recording here, and then once it's available for you guys, and then you guys can try to make it. Okay. So okay. So these are two. There is two places we need to type in the information. So one is it won't work. Yes. No worry about that. Yes. So there will be two information you need to put in. So one is the license servers, another is the data server, right? So the only thing you need to do is just copy the two lines over here. Once later on, if it works for you, or maybe this will be changed as well, because right now this is ncat.edu, and your guys may be ncat.agis.edu, right? So but anyway, I'm open. I have my here, and I can do the demo for you, and I will recording it, and then you can use it for later on, right? So okay. So in today's class, or the class starting from today, we will do lab and lecture combined, right? So I won't spend too much time over here with the lecture because you guys may already learn something from your previous class like CM 15, CM 16. So construction methods and equipment, right? And also you may learn about the light construction method and equipment or commercial, whatever. But we still refer to these lecture notes. We have a section. So this section is called a quantity takeoff. So if you look in the lecture notes quantity takeoff, you will see it's organized in the reverse order, but in moving down, you will see the note 7 is about strip and the spirit footing. And the slab on grade, concrete column, concrete walls, slab over the metal decking, CMU and bricks, steel column and beams, steel joist grade and the trash. And also you have the cold frame, the framing, and the metal drywall and the wood framing drywall. So those all the things made available in the commercial building or also available in our residential building, right? So that's kind of likely for the building construction is very important part. So if you are not familiar with them, you can do is you can open some of them and take a look at what is it. All right. So so I downloaded one over here.
See down with note 7?
You can download Note 7, of course, and I mean, just in case you are interested in it or you have no knowledge about it, you want to do the field for the review, right? So I won't spend a lot of time to go over those slides just for something if it's I should to or it's interesting or I think you may have the issue based on my process teaching and then I will refresh it with you, okay? Otherwise, we will keep the class simple, okay? So that is the one you open and you will see this is 03305 and that is Sage assembly. And unfortunately, that is the for version, we may not have it. So, but anyway, we will see the name. The strip footing, sometimes we call the continuous footings, right? And also the spirit footing, which is individual or isolated, right? So this is the picture getting from your textbook. And you see our textbook is organized as a 10 and 10. That is the unit format. It's not the CSI 18 or 14.6. It's unit format for your WBS, work structure breakdown, right? And you can see a sketch over here and a description over here. But when you so when you're looking in what including it, you will see the strip footing, including your trench excavator, your hard trimmer, your compact backfill. These are iceworks, framework, K-way form, and the reinforcements, and the doors, your concrete, your place concrete, and your steel and the scrap finish, right? So these are a couple of the items will be contained in this assembly. So previously we talked about the unit cost. You may measure the concrete size, and then you will do the virtual takeoff to aid in the framework and the S-work, right? So we not take time to see that, but we mentioned that in the last class. And if you do a hand calculation, if your unit cost, then you need to add in all those in. But if you only try to do a quick and accessible, accurate for your estimate, you are using assembly, then that will be a way to fast your estimating process with a pre-combined grouped atoms into assembly. So that is assembly estimating. Does that make sense now? Okay, so so that means we don't need to always think about the framework, the place, the concrete. We only need to figure out what's the quantity for this strip footing, right? So the example given here is strip footing, and with its size for its cross section, is 24 wide and 12 deep. So then you know your cross section. If you know how long is your strip footing, then basically you can getting all the quantity information for the framework, the ashwork, the concrete, right? So you see the unit here is cubic yard, square foot, cubic yard, right? And here is a material cost, right? And that is a cost putting everything together is a total cost. So that is cost for here for 1 feet, 1 foot long for this cross stack strip footing. Okay, so that is how to using that. So this is a software screenshot for the Sage. So in the Sage, you will see because your objects over here is try to customize it, try to provide more detailed information about your object, right? Based on the design specification. So this one shown here is a general condition. If you want to specify it, you want to add in more sense into it, then you can, if we have the full version of the Sage, you will see those. So there will be some special items over here cost additional dollars, then you need to specify it here in this table. Okay, that is later on if you go to work using the Sage using RS means, then you will see this. Okay, so the organization of the PowerPoint over here is first giving you the overall idea. Second, give you something regarding how to customize it, and then after that, the other slides is trying to explain to you what is the special items you need to take care, right? So when you review or when you reading that, please make sure you're getting that right. So so that is the change outs. You will see your strip footing is over here, but you are cutting like this way. So you're not only cutting your ashwork for exactly the same shape of that one, right? So you need a more working space. So you are cutting like in this way. So and also in somehow you are using this this ladder parts over here to make sure you have a safe working space. So that is most time using the utility works when you dig a big hole or a space over there, right? So that is the frameworks, and you can see how detailed is it. And in most of the case, you need to make sure your frame has enough support to make sure your footing is in the design shape, right? So and also you may, for that one, you may need to have this intermiddle here is called a footing K-way. So to give enough information, to give enough connection to the walls, concrete walls, pour it after your footing finished, right? So and also you may have those available over here to be connect to your column or your walls later. So these are small items you need to think about whether you have it or your specification do not have, and also the what stop, right? So and also the coating is important for your bars, your steel bars. Without the coating, you may get a corrosion like that, right? So later on, so and your concrete will be pulled off, and then your structure will be dangerous. And also backfall. So when you have your ashwork, you may always think about whether I needed to have a backfall, right? And that is the strip footing. And I think same is for this standard foundation, which is for this spray footing. Usually for a column, you will see this one. That is the same way, and you will see the size over here. That is 3 square. If you see the SQ in the S means that that is square. That is rectangle who has the same sides, 4 sides, right? Then you will do is, and if you want to do the volume over here, you will be 3 times 3 and times this 12 inches. I guess the volume here for the concrete will be about 9. So you can check here. The that is the square footage is 9. And you see the volume for your concrete, it is here. You use a 9 divided by 27 because you want to get in the cubical yard. So you're getting 0.33. Does that make sense? So I think you already did the kind of calculation for this, right? In your CM purpose 233. And I think right now they change the name to 333, right? Whatever. That's meeting 1. Okay, so those are the detailed information. And if you have a full vision database, you can do the configuration for it. So some of you is go to the Turner. Yes, please, you can go there. And for that one, if you have a spirit footing or isolated footing, and definitely that is using for your columns or your pairs, right? Then you may have this one over your pair and can be also seen treated as the spirit footing. And this is how you put in your pair in, and then your finish will be adding a spirit footing over here and to support your columns here, right? So and it may have some decorations and stuff, and that is belong to it as well. And also you need to have this ankle, so to give enough support to your P or columns, right? And the same for that one. So that is kind of like the organized for the slides from we have it here from the note 7 to note 17. That is all the labs we were going to perform as well. And if you are confusing about it, you can go back to it and see what is it, right? So that is the so that is the things we want to do here. All right, so now we're going to the Sage because the software does not work well, so but we still want to do. But anyway, so you don't have access to the Sage, but right now you do have access to Navisworks, right? So let's do some hands-on, okay? So so we're going to our lecture notes. You go to the course content. Where's my course content? So please open your Blackboard, go to course content, and narrow it down to the model and the drawings. And you will see they have some measurement over here, and this is the only one without this measurement. So download that one. So it's called Mel White NWD. So this is a Navisworks file, okay? So once you download it, you can double click here. Double click your downloads, and then will be open out. So this is a Navisworks file or document, which is different to the Revit we did in the last time, right? For the Revit one, you need to open in Navisworks directly. But for this one, it's already can be reading into Navisworks. So you only need to double click it. So once you open it, it may take time to like this one takes time to open it, but if you're using the computer in the classroom, it may only taking like 1 or 2 seconds. But it will asking you to upgrade it because it's a older version, new software over here. You need to upgrade it. So mine is open now. And you will see this. So reservoir cannot reserve external reference. So you just say ignore all. Okay. So if you have this window bump up, you just ignore all. And once you ignore it, and then we'll be loading it to you. So yeah, I see one opens. So this is a 4th Street office building, which we will be using for our reminder of this semester for the assignments, live exam, and the final project. Okay. So so if you open it, you can try to go through it, and you can try also do the quantification, project setup, uniformate, next, right? So what we did before. So you can go through the building and look around it, and also you can go inside it as well. So if you open it, it will be kind of likely the same as me showing here. So this is a 4th Street building. It's a construction project that did before. And it contains all the utilities, the sidewalks, and also the building systems. So structure architecture drawings is all available. The way you can navigate it is if your section trains over here is disappeared, you can get it from the view. And yours is open?
It's not open.
It will not. So if you cannot open it, that means you have you click your screen somehow before when it's opened. So using the Windows key and the table to find out this window called reserver.
Windows tab.
Where is it?
I don't think we're.
Double click it. Yeah. All right, so try to go through the building and see, and also you can set up your qualification, and you can pin your selection trains over there. See, let me see if it works for you. So So if you can access to it, and try to do the same we did in the last time, right? Mass Sense Connect issue here. First you will click the quantification. click the quantification and do the project setup. You did it uniformly, yes, correct. So when you did that, please go back to your Blackboard, finding the lab section and then finding what is the lab two asking you to do. That is one lab plan or documents in the beginning of that section. You find it? Okay. Yeah, we do lab two today.
Wait, I need to see what lab one is on.
We already done lab one.
What am I looking at for some? What am I-
So go to the lab section, you will see what is lab two.
Nothing in lab to take off.
It's nothing there, but you have the lab plan for your lab 1 to 13, okay? So you open this one, you will see we are doing the lab two here is strip footing. And the lab two is using this one, is using WF1. And the block over here is means you need to pick up 4 pieces of this WF1. So try to find the WF1 in your model right now. WF1. Try to find this WF1 in your model. To find it, you need to use your section chains, selection chains. And this will be the foundation. And you can understanding, you have a lot of plus sign with the space over here, which is referred to the foundation.
So we're not doing this.
This is the last one. This is the last two.
Oh, okay.
Try to open the model and see if you can find a WF. So if you find it, please let all know where is it. Just the WF1, 4 piece of it. So if you already found it, please do not stop to explore the model. You will find out where is the wall, where is the structure wall. So you can try to find it as much as you can, okay? So if you look in the lab table and try to find out those things if you can.
Yeah, it says F. It says 4 and. Wait, WF1.
WF1 is the strip footing, it's wall foundation, WF. And the one is you may have multiple of different size, and one is the first one in your model. And the brace 4 means you need a 4 piece of it. Okay, so let's look in this one together, right? So if you open your model, and the first one you will do is going to find out where is the quantification. So click the quantification, and you will have this project setup window pump out. So click the project setup. We don't need the tutorial. So come on, please. Okay, so we're not using any of the CSI. We're using the uniformity because the uniformity is close to the assembly. Okay. Say again. We're using uniformity, yes. Because CSI is for the unit cost. We do assembly, so we're using uniformity. Jeez, mine is freezing. So Matt has issue as well again. So I'm not sure. You got it right. Yeah, so that will be in the wall A dash WAR dash EXT, finding that one. And you will be using the wall. Is anyone found WF1?
Yes.
Okay, where is it? Under structure foundation and wall foundation. WF1 is under structure foundation, wall foundation. So highlight this one, WF1, right click it, and you will see hide unselected.
Wait,
What we do with the department, 7?
today I'm a teacher.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, you back in South Shore in this one? But when this is the machine.
Not open that up, y'all. even when I go like over here, like, it's going down. Okay, wait. And then we do what we did last time. when we did-
Yeah, you do the quantity takeoff. Just pick up 4 of it. Don't do all of them. If you did all of them, it's fine. Uh-huh.
Forgot if you click take off the new catalog item versus like corresponding.
So you need to going down to find your 8, 10, and 10. You need to find 8, 10, and 10. Open the and start foundation. 8, 10, and 10. And then you can pick up. Uh-huh.
One to 10 or like.
Yeah, it's because you move it.
So here had a 4 storage vacuum. So we only keep like angle together.
No, I don't remember. So I did unselect data, so I. Should I close this? I did all of them.
Yes, a background.
So
Do we export this?
yeah, export XCL. And this time, please print it as a PDF.
So is it selected quantities?
It's the little one. Are you doing it right now?
Take off the standard foundation.
When's the latest?
Are you recording it?
I'm recording, but this is since it's always kicking me out. I mean, let me see if I can record it.
Okay, now.
Do you want everything selected or you just want we select?
I only need a 4-piece. The brace with the number is means I only need a 4-piece.
Just.
Yes. No, we don't need to do that. Lab 2 take off. Don't submit to the wrong way. So lab 2 has 2. One is cost, one is take off. So if you down submit to lab 2 take off, okay?
You can save it.
So hopefully this time I can find it and show the result here. So once you pin your selection tree here and open that one, you will see a bunch of drawing here. So we have the A is architecture, and we have this civil model is for those landscape sense. And then if we move in it to the STR, so this is for the structures. And you have the F and the E and the M and the P, that is your five system, the plumbing, electronics, and mechanics, right? So we care about the architecture A and this S for the structure in our class. Okay, so you open the structure model, you will see the structure column, structure existing sense, structure foundation, floor from 0 to 4, and the frame, the roof, and the walls. So in the first 2 or 3 labs, we are dealing with these foundations. So you open the structure foundation here, and you will see this is still a structure Revit model, and we need to open it again, and you will see the structure foundation, and you will see a lot of footings. So this footing is for your lab 3, okay? And the foundation slab, I think, is for your lab 4. And we have this wall foundation here today is for our lab 2. So open this lab 2, and you will find this WF1, WF2, WF3, and 2 WF6 with different size, cross-field size. So you will use some of them later in your assignment, quiz, exam, and you will use all of them in your final project, okay? For our lab learning process, we're only doing 1. So you are finding that one required you to do is to do the WF1. And for here, the 4 is means you only need to take out 4 pieces. And for the others, asking you for taking the 4 or 1 or 5, then you following it, okay? For here is only, lab 2 is only 4 piece or WF1. So we go back to here and we click F1 here. And we right click that one and we hide unselected. So my computer has some issue, will not refresh frequently over here. It takes a long time. So yours will be okay once you're done with it. Another way you will see how many pieces you have. You can keep plus open this one. You will see you have a bunch of them. So only need to use them 4 pieces. So you can pick 4. You can pick 4 from here. So now our challenge is where we take it to. So to know where we take it off is going to, we can refer to this spreadsheet here. So for the street footing or the wall foundations, you will take it to A, 10, and 10, okay? So we go to our quantification workbook here, and you will find the A is referred to the substructure, and the A10 is referred to the foundations, and the additional 10 is referred to the stand foundations. Now you can go back to this section here, or even how you have this one open for you, right click that one, and the quantification, take off 2 stand foundations. And once you're done with this, you will see pieces over here is showing here. So in my case is all those first 4 is the same thing. So my only have it is showing here is one only single line items, which is WF1 and with count for 4. Okay. So, but if you're picking up the different one, am I doing here right again? So make sure you're selecting the standard foundation, and I doing the quantity takeoff again, and you will see I have additional one stuff showing up here, but this is only one piece, and this is 4 piece. Okay. So once you finish this one, you're going to submit your report, right? For your lab 2 quantity takeoff. Click this button here and export it to Excel. So here is the 2. Last time we did a quantity to Excel, which is like everything over here, but this time we're trying to do only the selected quantities. So you're going back to your standard foundations and pick up the standard foundations, and we're going to export the selected to Excel. And you can give it any name for this one. That will be your lab 2 takeoff. This is your takeoff. Lab 2 report is when we have the Sage, we will make up it. So once you finish with it, you will be able to open one, and this one, since I did is only the selected, so I only have the foundation showing here. So you have the 2 pieces of foundation here, but you have 4 here. So if you pick up the first 4, you will be showing the result same as me here. If you pick up the others, then you will have 8, 10, and 10.1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is it. So now you did the quantity takeoff. So we are trying to do another thing, is trying to make sure later on when you have access to the Sage, how to do the Sage stuff. Okay, so I'm going to click the Sage here and open the Sage. Take another few seconds or 1 minute. I'm not sure. So later on, if we getting the correct information about the Sage, then we will do the same process here again. So we click the license, we will specify the remote service, right? And this is the information we have currently. I'll update this one later when I get in the new one for you. And you see, I type in it, it will be able to process it in 10 screen. Okay, I'm finished with my license, and then I go to my data survey. And I click that one, and I need a specific one, so I'll go to the change. So I'm going to here to copy and paste this one back into here. Okay, now I'm done with it. I can launch it. So now I have my Sage opened. So when you have your Sage open the next time, so you will click this one to getting a new estimate. And please make sure you type your first name or your one ID here, because it will be shared with our entire class. So you are type your one ID here, and this is your lab 2, right? And you can type in the strip foundation or strip footing. More information is here. So this is the first time we're doing this. So make sure you type in a different Unicode name to your classmates. So this is the first new estimate name. And for the database, we were going to use RS means a sample. RS means assembly sample. So let's see if you can find it here. So sample RS means assembly. That is it. Sample RS means assembly, right? And then you will click OK. They will be give you the configuration about the database and your Sage project name. So your project name is showing here, and the project type. Those information we can trick it later, but right now just keep it default and click OK. Now you are into the Sage working the Sage working space. So so once we get in the quantity information in, and you will see the cost result showing here, right? But right now, we don't have anything to show here. So we will click the take off. And we will click assembly, okay? And once you click assembly, and this is the RS means database will be pumped out. So today we did a strip footing. And here has a sample strip footing here, which is 0, 11, 14, 0. And you click this strip footing, and you will see this has a sample over here. And this sample is using a name which is different to us, and also the size is different to us because it has 16 wide and 8 deeps. What is the size and the information for ours? Ours is 2 feet wide and 12-inch deeps, right? So let's copy this name, or you can manually type in this name. So you can copy this value, or you can do this through the Excel table. So copy this one. If you have a 10, 10 and 1, and you have a 10, 10, 2, and a 10, 10, 2, 3 and 4, you will do that separately, okay? So, but for me, I only have 1, so I'm copying that one directly. So what happened? Okay, so I can copy this one as well. So I go back to my Sage, and then now I double click this one, this sample here, and you will see this is the sample RS means database over here. So we don't have the full configuration over here as I showed on the PowerPoint slides. But what we can do is to rename this one, okay? Please don't forget to rename this one. And that means you have WF1 and the 2 for its wide and 12 for its depth. And the only information we need to type in here is the length. So for example, my case, I have 4 same objects. I type in the 4 here, but your will be, if it's only 1, you type in 1 here, and then you will repeat that for 4 times. Does that make sense? So I have 4 here. I'm referred to my information. I have 4 here. So I type 4 here, and the length you can get in from the Excel. So the length you can get from the Excel. So for my first one, I have model length is different. See that I have the different length. So in this case, my quantity will be only 1, and then my length will be The first one will be 3 something. So I type in the 3 here. And once you did this one, you can click this plus, the green plus here, add a plus here. And then if you click adding plus here, then you will be adding the same size over here, but our next size is different. Our next size is 9. So I type in the new size here, and I click in this. So check the number here. The first one we have is 0.1. If I adding a new pass here, this number improved to 0.4. So we will do this for 4 times because we have 4 different footings here. Change it again. Make sure the data change here, and then you come here to finding this one. The last piece here, which is 24.837, which is different to yours, maybe, and 8 parts. So now we have pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, and pass 4, and we're done with this. We click OK. Now we finish our quantity takeoff. So we go to our spreadsheet over here, and you will see our assembly is out here. Asphalt, concrete frame, concrete reinforcement, and cast in place concrete. So that is assembly. Now we're going to generate our reports. Okay? Now we're going to generate our reports. So the information for how well you generate a report is showing here. In the lab 13 here, here's a reference. Print a single stage estimating PDF reports. So we will go to the here again, and we click the reports. Click the report, and we do the standard reports. And before we do this, we need to configure it. So we will do the report options. When you open the report options, you will refer, we need the labor cost, we need the material cost, we need the equipment cost. We don't need this subcontract cost. We don't need this other. And you can check this total as well, or it doesn't matter. So so we need the unit cost for labor, material, equipment. We need the total cost for labor, material, equipment, and the total. So that means we don't need to check this one. So like this, labor, material, equipment, total. And then we go to the sort. So in the sort here, we remove this face. We remove this group face. We just put in the assembly in. Okay? We sorting by assembly and then by items. So assembly, and if you can find in the items, you put in the items here. So we don't have the items here, so just sorting by assembly, okay? So only putting assembly here, using this left or right sense to put the assembly here. And the next one, we will doing the page. We will do the orientation is landscape. The margin is 0.2, and the fit to 1 page wide. So the page setup. The last one is the page setup. We do the landscape, and the margin is 0.2. And you will check this one, fit to 1 page wide. And you can do a preview. And this will be your lab report for 2 looks like. So the first page is a cover page. And we go to the second page, you will see here's your labor, material, equipment, and total. And this is your total cost for those 4 pieces of the cross-section which you have did, okay? Cross-section spirit wall foundation. with a cross section for 2 feet times 12-inch dips, right? So and you print that one as a PDF, and submit it to your as your lab 2 report. Is that clear? So that's the recording for that one. So lab 2 report is here. So let me stop this one.